Hey gang, this is Paul. We continue to look at list building all month long, and I was doing a little research today and looked at a couple of niches, actually about 23 niches, and I wanted to see if I could recognize a pattern or any particular element of list building that people tend to miss regardless of the niche. And I think that I have located that, and I want to share that with you. So what I'm going to do is take my little handy dandy bamboo pen writer thing and just draw on my screen here and show you that missing component and what you can do to make sure that you're not missing it here. I know that I've missed it a ton in the past in different niches, and my research today is going to help me strengthen the ability to not only gain more on my list but also retain more to the list. So let's take a look at this, and hopefully we'll be able to strengthen our list building and strengthen our retention.
All right, here we are on my drawing pad, and let's look at this a little bit. As I've researched these niches, everybody has pretty much the same process. So they're going to come in and they're going to drive some traffic to their site. They're going to have an opt-in page. It doesn't really matter what niche you're in. There's going to be some way for people to opt in on most sites where there's a product. And so that all seems to work real well for most people. Opt-in process. And then the thank you. Thanks. Great spelling. Make that a little more like an H. And then almost everybody had some sort of autoresponder series in place. And the other component was a free giveaway. And it was the free giveaway where I think that I've seen a gap in almost every niche. Because whether it was a special report or a video or an invitation to a free webinar, webinar replay, and even though I didn't see all the webinars yet, I've seen enough in the past to know that often that free thing usually is not great. I downloaded a lot of those today, and they weren't really good at all. Certainly not something that made me think, wow, I really want to continue learning about this niche, or I want to continue learning from this person. So let me give you 4 items to really concentrate on. I'm going to change my pointer pen color here. Let's go with red. And some things to concentrate here to allow our giveaways, if they'll meet these 4 criteria, I think that we're going to be a lot better off. The first thing that we've got to be thinking about is that when we give someone, it's really an intro to us. It's an introduction to who we are, who you are. This is their first time that they're really learning from you, learning your vocabulary, your style, your cadence, your energy. All of that is coming into play. And what that does is it begins to make an impression. It's just like a date. When you go out on that first date and you're really wanting to impress that girl if you're a dude, or a guy if you're a girl, I guess, and you're thinking, wow, I really want to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward and I'm really impressing this other person. We try to be funnier than we've ever been before, and we try to dress better than we've ever dressed before, because we know that this could be the only shot. And that's the way we need to think about this free giveaway, is to say, if this is it, if this is the one shot that I get, am I going to be able to make it? Will I be able to really close this deal, and will they want to continue to follow me and be on my list? So the impression that you're going to be making, and then also, obviously, the info that you promised. Now, we get caught up sometimes in this giveaway, and we think, well, I've got to give away an ebook or a special report or a video. Well, those are only delivery methods for your information, for your content. So you've got to be thinking in that term. What is the best giveaway for me? What's the best delivery method for me? And what is the best content that I can share that is going to allow them to, 1, be impressed, and 2, get introduced to me correctly? But then the final thing is, you want to make sure that you include influence here. That actually, there's a couple of ways to do this. Number 1 is an action. if you want them to have an action that they take, often we think about this being a purchase, or even if it's returning to your blog, but some action and some movement. And then the other thing, a huge way to influence is to ask. Ask what it is that they would like to learn more about. Ask the question that is maybe most on their mind and get them to in turn send something in. But usually getting them to ask a question to you is going to be huge because it involves them and it allows you to influence the path and create movement. So this is really it. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I'm seeing people miss this over and over and over again. Concentrate heavily on your giveaway. It's how people are introduced to you. It's how you are going to impress them. It's the information that you're going to be sharing. And ultimately, it's the influence that you're going to have on their lives. So concentrate on your giveaway. Don't let it stink. Make it great so people not only are glad they met you, but they want to stay with you.
All right, well, I hope that you were not totally overwhelmed by that artwork and that you're not going to be bugging me trying to get me to sell that so you can hang it up in your house. But honestly, hopefully we learned something there, didn't we? I mean, we've got to be able to put more focus on that very first thing that people receive from us, because that can set the standard in their mind and what they're going to think about every time they think of us. So let's work hard on that and allow that first impression to be a great impression.